How are you doing, folks, and welcome back to the channel. And we are in Lancashire at the moment on the Tiger. It was one of them days today where it was it absolutely threw it down last night, and it was supposed to be a pretty bad day today. So choice of bike was the Tiger. We thought we was going to ride in the rain, and up to now it's been a dry day since I've been out. 10.5 degrees. It has gone down to 9 at one point today, so it is cooling down. But saying that, looking over there, we've got some doom clouds. I think we're going to be heading into that. But we're heading at the moment just to Shep's favourite place, or through there, and just going to go to the forest, or say the Trough of Bowland, which is a cracking little road, which we did on the Harleys a while back. And it's just one of those roads I want to explore a little bit more on this bike. So here we are. So we're not too far away now, 6 miles. But what a cracking little road. I think the actual circle is about 34 mile. Just wondering whether I could have took that other road, but anyway, we'll catch up in a bit, folks. Absolutely glorious little villages round here, though. They're just so quaint. So the Trough of Bowland and Dunsop Bridge is 2.5 miles this way to the left. So Sladeburn, Shep's favourite place, is to the right. Trough of Bowland, 3 miles. Yeah, so my sat nav's lost its signal. I didn't do an off-road map, so off-data map. So 3 miles in this direction, I believe. Yeah, it won't even recenter. I think the phone's locked. Never mind. That's what signposts are for. So yeah, it's supposed to be getting pretty cold next week, and the first signs of proper winter. It's been a bit of a delayed autumn this year. We've still had some great rides out. Certainly from last week's ride out with Jay, it's cooled down since then. Now it's just dropped to 9 degrees now, and I think by the end of today we'll be looking at 6 in the next couple of hours. So we're in them days now where you only get a few hours to ride, and then you're blanketed back in darkness again. So it's like grab it while you can. And I must admit, when I was coming up this end, I had a quarter of a tank of fuel, and you usually pass that many garages, I don't bother about it. And then I put in another direction to come to here, and then I ended up looking down and thinking I've got about 12 miles left to an empty tank, and I was in a road like this in the middle of nowhere. So I had to do a little stop, Google map it, and then luckily it was 6 miles to the nearest garage, so it wasn't too bad. So we're a full tank of fuel now, and that's one last or least thing to worry about. And a few bikes coming up this way now. Popular road as it is. It is getting very, very black over there. Look at that, we've got the blue sunshine. The sunshine and the blue sky, sorry, there, over to the right. And even right behind us, and where I'm heading, is deathly black. So this is Dunsop Bridge. I can see, I bet that river flows over into the road a fair few times. So Dunsop Bridge, we parked here once before, and there's a post right there which says the centre of United Kingdom, which is right there. So we are right in the centre of the UK at the moment. So the rain has started coming down, so that makes the ride a little bit more interesting. It is lovely little bridges here. So the valley floor just follows the river line through on one of the most impressive little roads that if you didn't know it was, I mean, it's a popular spot, but there's a lot of people still don't realise this road is here, but it's just a great escape. And I suppose when the weather's like this, it does keep a lot of the tourists at bay because it can get pretty damn busy. I've put the heated grips and the heated seat on now. It's gone down to 8.5 degrees. Thank you. Over Wyerdale now, so she's in the Lancaster boundary. Look how those skies have changed. They'll clean the dust off the bike anyway. And I can't believe how dark it's actually gone as well in the last 10 minutes. It's ridiculous. See how the river just meanders around this landscape. Fantastic. They do put plenty of pull-ins here with it being so popular. Surprised after all the rain actually we had last night that that's not absolutely teeming down. I mean, in the summer it's just more or less like a little trickle of water, but usually then along the summer as well you're getting people with the camper vans parked up, tents up and everything all along here. But it's nice I suppose at this time of year now just to see it just as a run through, you know, and really completely empty in comparison to what it normally is. So but yeah, beautiful, beautiful sort of autumn colours as well now. Everything's, all the leaves are dropping, heading into that dark depths of winter. But I'll tell you one thing, if you've never had a heated seat on a bike, if you've got it in your cars, you know what it's like in a car. I'm telling you now that this heated seat on this Triumph is absolutely, and I'll just remind you again, that is one reason why I did get this bike with the leaves falling around me. Just so I could sort of ride in these cold weathers with a little bit more comfort than riding the Harley in the pissing rain. And these sort of places are ideal. Now I can just ride on this stony track and not have to worry about it. Yeah, and I know I'm on standard tyres, But yeah, I've got the heated grips. I've got them on the Harley, so when it's colder I'll still ride that on the dry winter days, don't get me wrong. But for days like this now, my backside is completely just so toasty. It's like I'm sitting in front of a fire, or sitting in front of a fire with my back turned towards the fire. That's how warm this seat is, so it's absolutely spot on. And with the handguards, it's keeping the wind off my hand. And I'm wearing the in-bike gloves today. These do a fantastic job, and they do repel the rain, and I've got the touchscreen function with them as well. So yeah, well geared up today with a jacket, a couple of layers on. It's perfect temperature, and the temperature's actually just dropped to 7.5 degrees at the moment, so it's getting pretty cold. So we've found ourselves out on the moors heading towards Lancaster. It's absolutely pissing it down now. It's 4.5 degrees and it is bloody freezing. Can't see shit out of my visor. The skies are getting darker wherever I look. Oh dear. I haven't got a clue where this road goes. I can't even see the road signs. Where's this go? Nothing behind me. Abbeystead. That looks interesting. Abbeystead Lane, a little road to nowhere. Let's have a look down to Abbeystead. A little single track. Narrow road. I can't believe how cold it's actually gone now. We were in 9-10 degrees earlier on, and it's just literally just this rain just come over and the temperature's just gone down. It's actually cold enough now to snow. But at least my arse is warm. Somewhere in that direction looks a little bit clearer, but then the rest of it all around me is just completely grey and miserable. But this is the UK. You might as well go to Iceland. In fact, Iceland's probably better. I haven't got a clue where I am. I think I need to change my GoPro battery. So I have no idea. I've just took a lane off. I've been down that road before, but then there's a song about that, isn't there? But as I came out, then I couldn't see where I was going, so I followed the road, seen a sign that heads to Lancaster, but I don't want to go that way. I want to try and fight my way back through the hills this way and get me back on track without having to go back down the main route back home. So I haven't got a clue where this goes, so we'll explore down it and find out. But it is bloody free. Okay, so that's the batteries changed. Let's go and explore this road. There's another road there, I haven't got a clue. That's a footpath. But everything's steaming up. Even my visor's steaming up, so let's make a move and see where the hell it takes us. Let's buy a £600 showing the OTEC 2 helmet and have it steam up just as much as a £200 bloody helmet. It's ridiculous. You've got the Pinlock Pro on, and I've took it off before this ride. Last night I cleaned it all, sprayed some more of that visor stuff on, which is shit. So the review on that stuff, don't buy it. I'm going back to Rain-X because I'm getting more water on my visor, and here I've sort of, it says do it twice for extra protection. It's bloody worse. So that is getting the shittest review in my book for that rain stuff I bought for the visor and for the lid, and going back to good old tried and tested stuff. So Dolphin Home, Lancaster's Abbeystead, half a mile. It just shows you when you stand up above the visor how much wind you do get and how cold it actually feels. So proof of the pudding that this does take a lot off you on a day like today. Like I said, at least one thing with the weather's like this, it does keep the tourists at bay. So you basically got a piss wet road all to yourself. How fantastic is that? That's if you don't mind the rain, that is, or a little bit of cold. Five degrees now. I know I keep going about the temperature, but I can feel the cold side here while you're watching me. I can feel it. Guarantee that one. So I hope while you're sat there in your warm living rooms looking at your TVs and your laptops with a cosy cup of coffee, you can appreciate how cold this ride is now for you guys. And I haven't finished yet. I don't mind riding down to bloody -1. If we've got the right gear on, snow on the ground, I don't mind. But this cold rain is a lot worse, in my opinion, than dry snow. And to be fair, the weather people did say that there'd be a sprinkling of the white stuff on the fells and the mountains tonight. And I tend to sort of believe them now. But it ain't taken away, even though I can't see for shit, the front of this road. But why do it in the dry when you can have more fun in the wet? Holy shit. I can see a bit now. So there is actually a lot more to the Trough and Forest of Bowland in this short stretch. There's a better stretch further up, back on the Yorkshire, towards more into the Yorkshire side, of Skipton side, which follows it, and the river's a little bit wider and a little more straighter, but here it's a lot more winding through. And as scenic as it is, you know, it's all split into different areas, so it's hard to, today especially, to navigate, because the plan was today was to do this stretch and then head over to the other stretch and then do a circle that way, but the weather has absolutely beat me today. It's actually 4.5 degrees now. Oh god. I tell you what though, it's certainly a test for the heated stuff on here, and I'm sort of shying away at the moment from a heated jacket insert, but just a central bit of my body, I've got the layers on, is just, the core is just a little bit on the cold side, but I'm not too bad. But I do think that the hot grips on here, which they are a very, very good heated grip on this Triumph, and they are doing a grand job of keeping the chill from my hands. And the seat obviously is just keeping that core temperature. Nearly had pheasant for supper then, which is what you need. So we'll just pull in under these trees. Not that we've got much cover from the trees now from the rain, with it being autumn. That's the only downside. So has anyone noticed a pattern now that whenever time I come out on the Tiger, it's always pissing down? I think it's a beautiful place, don't get me wrong, and it is definitely cold, but all part of the fun, guys, isn't it? All part of the fun. Beautiful colours though. So the road we came down before, there was no way I was doing this sort of 11 to 15 miles back in the other direction and then coming back down the main road back towards home for the end of this vlog. There's a fantastic bit of this road left to the north of me, which is just up there. That's the one with all the twisties, so we're going to hit that, and then at the end of that I think we'll call this one the end of the vlog, because I need to soak my wetness in a nice warm bath, I think, when I get home. That's the chance you take though, isn't it? If you're waiting for the sunshine all the time, life would be boring. Okay, let's get our sorry asses off this hill. At least one thing is, I can leave the visor open and the windshield takes a lot of the shit away from my face, so beautiful day. Even get some puddles to wash the wheels with. Well, this is one thing with I've just got absolutely piss wet. What is weird though is last week was okay, actually. It was the week before, wasn't it? It was on the Tiger and it was peeing down, and I got home and I was still pretty dry top to bottom, even though it was just relentless rain through the afternoon. And it's no different really than today, but I've just gone through a 2 foot deep puddle and I'm sure it's gone down the top of my boots. And I'm trying to, because I mean, look, my heart is still on my Harley, right? Okay, but I'm enjoying every minute of the Tiger. That's the beauty about sort of dual riding and having that option. Because if I come out on the Harley today, I've got no protection, no windscreen, my heated grips are pretty shit in comparison to these, no heated seat, and my jacket to get piss wet through and soak me to the bone. But I'm still not prepared as some people. I mean, and I've got the leathers on today. They do keep the majority of the water off. They are pretty well protected. Right, hang on a minute, because this is Slade Burn this way and Clitheroe that way, so we need to go back down this way into Dunsop Bridge. What I was getting at was all the textile stuff, and the jacket has done a cracking job on, you know, a day like today. So again, right just at this point now is the centre of UK, or centre of England, one or the other. Okay folks, I think we're going to end it here. Definitely getting wet to the bone. Like I said, my arse is still warm. So if this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do hit the subscribe button. This wasn't the intention of this ride today, but this is exactly where it's going to end. So yeah, so if you Jesus Christ, I can't see again. If this is your first time watching ALCHEMOTO, please do hit the subscribe button. Plenty in the back catalogue to watch and catch up on. Please do leave a comment in the comment section below, and please do like the video. Until next time, Jesus Christ, this is as bad as the other week. ALCHEMOTO signing out. I'll see you later folks.